Instead of pointing out all the things that are wrong with church, society, politics, the world in general, why don't we point to the way that Christ instructed us to love and serve one another? We can't be concerned with what the next person is doing, or what the politicians or religious are doing, and so on, until we concern ourselves with what and who we are. If we begin with ourselves first, and as we change and put on Christ, then the love and power that flows from within will inspire the people around us, and that's one sure way we can build unity among people. If all of us who are involved in this pursuit blank from our minds the pride or individualism that stems from trying to build little domains, then with total harmony, the words should and will turn into deeds. I really don't believe there's a single person out there who in the quiet of his or her soul doesn't want a world more human and more divine. I refuse to believe that we can't change this world. Who in the world can argue with the loving message of Christ? As we become more like Christ, a new awareness takes hold, and we no longer have to conform to worldly standards and values. With our new Christ-like mind, we then can change the standards and values of the world. God, through Christ, is calling all people to himself and enlisting them in this ongoing and love-inspired adventure. He is always there, ready to guide us on this credible journey with the same enthusiasm that we have in pursuing it. His children doing his work on earth. When we can acknowledge and respect ourselves as to where we are in life and acknowledge the spiritual truth of all people and where they are in life, then we will be able to show our inner strength and faith in ourselves and God. People like to get involved when they feel they can benefit. However, each of us affects the other person's life. That's a plain and simple fact. There's a natural impulse and mutual advantage to helping one another, for we're all one in God. The common denominator is not religion, but it's God, who is love. God is a 24-hour commitment every day of our lives. Religion is a means, and God is an end. St. Paul hit the nail on the head, and it's written down and recorded in history for all to read and understand. And I believe it's the key in finding the answers to our problems. In essence, he said, if I have all the eloquence of men, or the gift of prophecy, and know everything, and if I have faith to move mountains, and give away all I possess, but if I'm without love, then I am nothing at all. He concluded with, there are three things that last: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love, because God is love. True love requires sacrifice, for the fact is that true love considers the other person first. Love endures all. So we can read all the books in the world, from the motivational type to spiritual writings, or go to the finest universities, or be great in whatever our earthly vocation happens to be. But greatness without love is nothing, for without love, we have no foundation. Whatever we create and establish for society, if it was created without love, we've accomplished nothing. For without love, it just can't last. Our mission will not be accomplished until all men and women rid themselves of hate, built-up prejudices, pride, greed, and blindness to the injustices that are created on earth. Isn't it about time that all the words and pledges of all institutions and structures have a common goal of creating a world more human and more divine? Or will once again the words of the prophet Isaiah ring true as he says, "You will hear and hear again, but not understand. See and see again, but not perceive." Instead of competition and fragmentation, we need to encourage cooperation among the various denominations and service organizations by simply acknowledging all people that the underlying purpose is to spread the kingdom of God. The message of Christ has always been love, and it hasn't changed. Although we may use different methods and take different roads to accomplish our goals, they all lead to the kingdom of the one God, a kingdom that's universal, a kingdom of truth and light, a kingdom of justice, love, and peace. When we as a people, one by one, put on Christ and live and love one another, then the answers to the problems that beset this world of ours will become apparent through the process of love. And therein lies the basis for peace and the renewal of family, the answer to injustice, drug addiction, and abuse. And therein lies the basis and answer to solve our hunger and poverty problems that exist in this world, and so on. The solutions are there. With faith we can do it, as our minds and hearts accept the love of God. Then planted in love and built on love, we become more like Christ, and we will know what to do as the words turn into deeds, enabling us to live life to the fullest as we love one another. My name is Tony Bottagaro, and I look forward to meeting all people on the roadway of love. So as we participate in our respective houses of worship and service organizations, and as we relate and interact with one another in our jobs, homes, and everyday encounters, with and through love, we create a world more human and more divine. I ask you, is there any greater challenge for a life more natural and more exciting?